First, wash your hands. Next, bring 5 cups of water and 1 teaspoon of salt to a boil in a medium-sized pot on high heat. Once the water is taken care of, it is now time to assemble the remaining ingredients. First, you're going to grab the chicken. 1 breast or 3 tenderloins will do. We're going to place the chicken on a clean cutting board. Once that is done, let's take a look at the remaining ingredients. 1 teaspoon of garlic, 2 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 cup Italian blend cheese, 1½ cup of half and half. Now we're going to cut the chicken. The safest way to do this is to use the claw method. The claw method is when you stick 3 fingers out in the shape of a claw using your middle knuckle to protect your fingernails. Cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces. Place the raw chicken on a plate and put the knife and the cutting board in the sink. Make sure that you always wash your hands after touching any kind of raw meat to prevent cross-contamination. This is extremely important. Now it is time to cook the chicken. We're going to grab the garlic and the butter and head over to the stove. Using a medium-sized pan, turn the stove onto medium heat. Allow the pan to warm up and then add 1 teaspoon of butter. Once the butter is completely melted, add the garlic to the pan and cook for about a minute. By now the water should be boiling and ready to add the pasta. When adding the pasta, be extremely careful because the water is hot and can burn you. After a minute, the garlic should be done cooking and now we can add the chicken. When adding the chicken, be careful because the butter might splash back and can burn you. Cook the chicken for about 4 minutes on each side. This is now where the more adventurous cooks can try to flip the chicken if they want. Notice that the chicken is becoming a little dark, so we're going to turn down the heat. Check each piece of chicken, making sure they're firm and fully cooked. Once you've done that, it is time to put them aside for later. The next step is to make the sauce. So we're going to grab our butter and our flour and turn the heat down to a low medium. First, melt the butter in the pan. Once the butter is completely melted, then we're going to add our flour. Mix these together and this will create a roux. At this point, the pasta should be done, so we're going to take it off the heat. Now we can focus on our sauce. Next, we're going to focus on the sauce. So, let's grab the half and half and the Italian blend cheese. First, we're going to slowly pour the half and half into the roux and mix until it is one consistency. Next, we're going to take 3 tablespoons of the pasta water and add it to that. This will heighten the flavor profile of the sauce. Once you have it at a good consistency, then we're going to add our cheese. Slowly stir that in until it is one consistency as well. Next, we're going to add the pasta to the sauce. Also, we're going to add the chicken back in. Now it is time to mix everything together. And once you've mixed everything, it's time to serve. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did.